Hello, welcome back. Super exciting video today. I think I say that in every single intro, but I just get excited when I film these videos. So we are actually going to be doing a living room makeover. This was kind of an impromptu decision. I was just wanting some change and I found a really affordable way to make a big impact. We're gonna be completely transforming my fireplace, and I'm gonna be doing a faux DIY brick wall, and we're gonna be doing a rustic kind of German schmear look. And I feel like this is just gonna match my style a little bit more. It's a little bit more traditional and a little bit more rustic and vintage, which is what I'm trying to go for. I do like to throw in like elements and touches of coastal, but I just feel like the shiplap on my fireplace was just feeling a little too farmhousey for my taste. I just feel like my style has evolved from last year. So I thought, why not? Let's do a little makeover. So we're gonna be changing a few things in here and just kind of refreshing the space. I'm also going to be decorating for fall, and I'm gonna be doing kind of an early decorating session. I don't want to go full pumpkins right now, but I do want to throw in some touches of fall here and there, mostly to just give you guys some inspiration for the upcoming fall season. I know it's early, I know it's still August, but I mean, honestly, I'm so excited about the fall, and I know that you guys can benefit early from these videos and get inspiration and just kind of plan out your whole fall decorating season and what you're gonna get. So that's enough talking. I cannot wait to show you guys my little makeover that we're doing. Let's get into it. Okay, here's what we're starting with. There's nothing wrong with this space right now, but like I said, my style is always changing, and I thought it was time for something new. I've just been itching to refresh this living room, and once I found this faux brick wall technique, I knew I had to dive right in. I'm gonna take down the mantle, fireplace screen, and TV down from the fireplace area, and I'm also removing any decor off of these shelves to have more space to work, because we're going to completely start over the decorating after this fireplace renovation is finished. Here's our brick panel that we're using for this project. These were around $45 each from the Home Depot. I picked up 3 but only ended up using 2 to cover the whole fireplace. Because these panels aren't wide enough to fit all the way across the fireplace, we're going to need to line up 2 in a row. Because there are half bricks at the end of the panels, if we were to line them up side by side, it would be pretty hard to conceal the line if it went right down the middle of the bricks. In order to hide it better, we're going to cut out all the half bricks on one side and piece the 2 panels together like a puzzle piece. That way the seams will be within the grout lines and later will be covered and totally concealed. This is going to make the bricks look a lot more realistic in the end, because you won't even be able to tell that it's brick paneling. This definitely took a little bit of time and effort, but I'm so glad we did it, because you can't even tell that we're using a panel in the end. It just looks like real bricks. I love it. We're just using a jigsaw to cut all the lines in the grout, and then we'll go back in with a large drill bit and make a hole big enough for the jigsaw to fit in, and then we just cut each half brick off one by one. Definitely make sure you cut pretty much all the grout out and just leave the bricks there, because this will make it so much easier when you try to piece them back together on the wall. So after Nick cut the bricks out, I am now going to sand these edges smooth so these little fringes aren't hanging out. This step will also add to the realness of the whole look, and it's just going to make it a lot more easier when we put the 2 panels together and joint compound it. Now we're gonna put it up to see where we need to cut out for the fireplace, mantle, and the TV. I just drew a line where the fireplace cutout started, and then Nick measured and measured and measured like the classic husband does until he was finally satisfied with where everything was placed. So we took it outside, he cut out all the windows, and luckily it fit great. we secured the panel to the shiplap that we already had on this fireplace with a glue called liquid nails and a brad nailer. And when we nailed it in, we made sure to nail within the grout lines so we could hide the nail holes and conceal it a lot better. Nick is now cutting the other brick panel that connects to this piece, and I'm gonna start painting these bricks. I feel like the panel is a little red for my taste and the look I'm going for, so I'm gonna use these brown and beigey colors. I just found these in my garage, and I'm painting each brick one by one. We're gonna pretty much whitewash all of this at the end, but this will help hide the red hues from the brick. I'm also going for a more neutral look, and this will help tone down kind of the intensity of the bricks. And I think that this was a really important step and really gave a lot of dimension to the whole build-in. It also makes it feel a little bit more rustic in my opinion, and of course I am so here for that. Anything that brings character to your space, I absolutely love. After the paint was dry, I started covering up the cracks with joint compound. I'm pretty much spreading this in all different directions and applying a good amount in the grout so you can't see where the panels meet together. I'm using a few different joint spatula things for this. I don't really know what it's called, but I have the cheap plastic kind, and I also bought a 6-inch metal kind just so I could test out the difference between the two. And so the 6-inch metal one is obviously a little bit more expensive, and honestly they both worked great, but I like how the plastic ones come with 3 different sizes, and the small one was actually really helpful to get into these cracks, and it was best to use when you needed to be a little bit more precise. So now that all the seams are covered, we are going to continue this and pretty much cover the whole thing with this joint compound. I'm doing a technique called German schmear, and this will act as our whitewash essentially. It's going to add texture all over, make it lighter of course, and really make the bricks look like the real aged look that we're going for. I'm making sure to get this all in the grout lines to make the grout look white and more natural, and I'm giving every brick a different look. So some I'm leaving a lot of joint compound on, and others I'm scraping most of it off. Honestly, I'm just doing it until I like it and until I think it looks good. And this part is pretty fun, to be honest. You can totally make it your own on how much you want to use and what look you're trying to achieve. You kind of just like trial and error at this point. You just do it until you like it. Our fireplace is done. I can't wait to show you guys how it looks at the end, but first let's start decorating. This year for fall, I really want to focus on styling through textures and colors to get that autumnal feel and look. Terracotta and brown colored vases are a perfect way to bring in those warm colors. I'm also using this dried floral bunch. Dried florals are perfect for fall because it gives off the vibe that it's drying out from the cooler weather. I picked up this mirror from Hobby Lobby, and it actually originally had words printed on it, but I just wasn't feeling that. So I took some rubbing alcohol and a quarter, and I just gently scraped it off. Super easy DIY, and it made such a big difference with this piece. Moving on to the middle shelf, I'm using different size pictures to layer over each other. This gives dimension to the shelves, and both of these paintings I think really tie in all the colors from the rest of the decor. So I'm adding my one little pum for the fall, and next to it I'm stacking some books and adding this little concrete vase to act as a bookend. I'm making sure I mix old decor with new decor to balance it out, and I just love the brown rustic look that these old looking items give. I think that it's the perfect cozy touch, especially for fall with all of the warm tones. For the mantle, I'm going to keep the same arrangement I already had. I'm just using a dark stained dough bowl, and I mixed together eucalyptus, baby's breath, and some other beigey stems. I like this little display, and I think that it works for every season. I was happy with it, so I decided to keep it. Now onto this little corner. I'm gonna cozy it up by adding some throw pillows. When I'm styling pillows, I like to mix a solid color, a pattern, and a stripe together if I can. I always try to incorporate different sizes too, to give it a little bit more dimension and to change it up a little bit. You guys, I've finally found the perfect piece to go above my new skinny wood bench that I recently got. So it's this beautiful fluted gold mirror. I love the unique flowery shape of this gal. She just feels so girly and adds some texture and shape, and she's just so unique. I love her. Super affordable price too, and the biggest one I've seen with this design. I will link it below, as well as everything else you see in this video, as always. Does anyone else's dog do this, or is it just mine? She always tries to attack the vacuum when I am vacuuming. But now let's change out this rug. I want to change it because my kids have pretty much ruined this guy, and he has expired. I'm going to replace it with a new rug that's actually washable. So I just think that's a lot more practical for our family. But I do need your opinion on this rug though. I'm very undecided on it. It's beautiful, but I just don't know if it looks okay in this room or not. I will show you at the end when I reveal the fireplace, and we can talk about it a little bit more. But first, let's do some final touches to this living room so we can get to the final reveal. These mauve colors in these flowers are perfect for fall, I feel like. They're not too bright, but they still have that muted rusty tone, and especially mixed with these tan flowers. I just love the look of this so much. Okay, so overall, I like how this room turned out, and I am loving the rustic, traditional vibes that the brick is giving. But here is my dilemma. I love this rug. I think it's beautiful. It's so soft and cozy, and I love that it's washable, but do we like it in here? I'm just worried that it looks a little bit too busy with the bricks and the fireplace. The colors match the space really well, and it does blend really nice with the rest of the room. But do you think that the pattern looks like it's clashing with the brick pattern on the fireplace? Should I return this rug and get a more simple one? Or is it cute? Do we like it? Should I keep it? I have no idea. Please tell me all your thoughts. I cannot decide and I need your help. I'm leaning towards exchanging it for another one, but I'm just stuck because I truly do love this rug. I just don't know if I love it in here. And that is it for my living room makeover. Tell me all your thoughts, all your comments, all your opinions in the comments. I truly love chatting with you guys, and if you have any advice or suggestions, do you think I should change anything? Let me know. I love chatting with you guys. You give the best advice, and I'm here for it. I'm here for this community on YouTube. It's just amazing. I love you guys. And if you're new here, I would love to have you subscribe and stick around. We will see you in a few days in a new video. Bye.